Morning, folks. I just seen the analyst or whatever from YouTube stating who's been watching my channel, and I've had one viewer from Russia, one viewer from over near Iraq and Jordan area, but mainly from the States, Canada. The main viewers are between 35 and 45. So I think it's fascinating. You guys want to see, and there's been more guys than women. I think that 69% of my viewers are men, and 39% are women. So I think it's fascinating that you guys at 39 want to watch someone at 52. Then again, maybe you're doing your homework. But turning 40, that was a bitch. Well, actually, no, 39 was a bitch. Because you see the big 40, and it scares the shit out of you. You think to yourself, oh, God, I'm going to be old. But you're not old. 40 is a piece of cake. It's actually quite freeing. I found it. It made me relax more, because the big rush is over. When you're 21, 22, oh God, I gotta get out and work. Gotta do this. I want a car. I want a good job. I want a house. I want this. But by the time you're 40, you should have it. But if you don't, there are some people I know who, at 40 years old, didn't know their ass from a hole in the ground. But no, I was good. Had my house, had my 3 kids, married. I can't forget that. I'm married. But yeah, 40 was great. But turning 50, that was nervous. I guess the main reason why I seen 50 I was nervous was because my grandmother died at 52. So I'm seeing that age coming up, because she died when I was 8. So when I was 8 years old, I thought she was old at 52. And then so I'm seeing, when I was 49, I'm going, it's only 3 years till I'm 52. And scared that it was scary. Because I'm thinking, well, I'm old, I'm getting old. So I turned 50, didn't feel any different. And 51, I'm waiting for this old thing to kick in. And then I turned 52, and I turned 52 in May. And that day was the longest day of my life, because I'm thinking, oh, I am 52, here it is, I'm up there, I'm old. But by the next day, it didn't make any difference, because I still feel the same. So now I realize that my grandmother probably didn't feel old at 52. But the next stage is when my grandfather died. He was 70. So I think that's going to be a big year. But anyways, that's still a while yet. That's 18 years away till I'm 70. But no, I think this is great. People hold the doors open for you. They call you sir. But the thing that really irritates me, and it probably will with most guys, is my hair falling out. When I was 21, because my grandfather went bald at 21, around that time period anyways. So when I was 20, I was checking my hairline every morning. I had the 80s hair. It was the big hair, long, and I was checking it, waiting to see if it was going to go back. So when I was 22, I still had my hair, so I'm going, oh, this is good. But now, I don't even notice it going. I comb my hair, I don't notice it. So I don't know if it's falling out in the shower or what, but it's disappearing. I don't mind. I don't mind at all. It's not bad. people going out getting hair plugs and transplants and all that other stuff. I don't, no, it doesn't bother me at all. I still want to look nice. I still comb my hair, and I try to cover up. I do. It's probably pointless, but I still try to cover it up and use the hairspray to hold everything in place. But it's all right. But it's different now, because my wife and I were back to being just two of us again. Well, my youngest son still lives at home, but he's busy. He's got his life. He's got friends and a job, and he's doing his thing. So, when we're sitting in a restaurant, just two of us, and it's, it was like fast. Wow, it was fast. The kids were here, then they were gone. So it's just so fast. But, life at 52 is good. A little more aches and pains, like I said in a previous video. But it's good. But, and then I see my friends, because right now, my friends are all complaining about Pokemon. And they're calling them idiots and morons, and I'm like, what happened to these people? What happened to them just doing their own thing? Why do you got to be into everybody else's business? If the kids are having fun with Pokemon, let them do it. It does look weird. You see a bunch of, he looks like zombies, really. But we had our thing back in the day. Back in the 70s, one of the big trends was a pet rock. So, you could go to the store and, to get a pack of cigarettes, and on the counter, there would be a box full of rocks, and it would be would say pet rock over top, and there was a price tag, and you could buy these rocks, literally, you could buy, I can't see any stones, but I mean, they were polished rocks. And what else did they have? Oh, then there was the Mexican jumping bean. So you bought this box, it was so big, and there'd be a couple Mexican jumping beans. You shook the box a bit, and it started jumping. That was hilarious. I didn't buy any, but I watched them do it. But I think every generation has their own thing that they look back on. I mean, the 80s, we had our big hair. What did we have? I don't think we had, there was the Cabbage Patch doll. I mean, somebody actually, I remember, somebody actually went out and paid $1,400 for a Cabbage Patch doll. I think it was the day before, or the night before Christmas, and they found somebody who had one, or people were selling them. I think a bunch of people went out first part of December and bought a whole bunch of them up and started selling them. I mean, they cleaned up on it, because the kids had to have a Cabbage Patch doll. And there was that Sesame Street character. I'm sure somebody out there knows who it is. Oh, was it Elmo? Was that red thing that did backflips? That was out when my kids were small. And the same thing happened. Everybody went out and bought it, and they were going crazy. Raids at the stores. And these same people who bought the Cabbage Patch, who bought the Dancing Elmo, are criticizing the people out with the Pokemon. I mean, come off it. Give it up. I mean, I don't see. I mean, if they want to wander the streets and look for this, go to it. Have fun. Because I'm sure the next generation will probably come up with something different and go after. But I think it's great. But one of the sad parts about getting older is losing your friends. Now, my best friend Melvin, he didn't die from cancer or anything like that, but no, he was killed in a car accident. It's actually a tractor trailer drove through his truck, killed him. So I do miss him a lot. We first met on our first job. We were about 16 or 17, and he was a newfie, and he had a real thick, I guess you'd call it, accent. And my boss at the time brought over this guy and put him on my machine, because I was feeding the leather through the machine, and my buddy Melvin had to pull it out. So we did that for 9 months, 9 or 10 months, I guess. We worked together, and in that 9 or 10 months, we became best friends, buddies, whatever you want to call it. And we were friends for over 30 years. So, he died in 1990. And then another good friend of mine died in 2012. No, my best friend died in 2010. Sorry, not 1990. 2010. And then another good friend of mine died in 2012. So that's the hard part. I really miss having another guy to, my own age or whatever, to talk to and stuff. I have friends, but not close friends like those two were. But anyways, I don't want to bore you anymore. So have a great day. To my wife, toodaloo. I'll see you when I get home. Take care.